3, 2. Hello guys, welcome back. My name's Nor, and this is Vanilla Minecraft. And as you can see, I've done a little bit of housekeeping since the last time we've been here. I have already started to prep for our starter house and possibly farm, because I definitely want to move these guys over and kind of get them separated out so they're not... Ooh, sorry. So that they're not all together in one tiny pen. Okay, so a couple things that are a wee bit new is farm's going good, berries going good, and I have made a pit to death, a giant hole in the middle of everywhere. And I don't want to actually die, but let me just show you how far I have gone, which is pretty far. I haven't really done too much mining on the in-between, but more or less just kind of getting down to where I need it to be. Or not really where I needed to be. I want to get to bedrock, but I hit deep slate, and that is not a fun thing to mine through. So that is going to be probably something we'll touch on in this episode at the very least. Not to mention, there are some pretty good caves down there that I've found, but I didn't really go too far in exploring them, except to just kind of mine surface iron so that we do have iron tools. And I'll just help you guys take a... Okay, listen. I have not organized my chests yet. Don't judge me. Eventually they will become better. But so we got a little bit of redstone because that was down there. I managed to not get owned by an enderman, so I managed to get a grass block. Found some azalea bush. You'll probably see that in one of the other clips anyway, because that happened before I recorded this, because that ended up not going too good. This was a bad idea. I almost died. Multiple times. That is not a good noise. 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 That's why I needed the bed. That's why I needed the bed. But we do have a bunch of resources now. Got a bunch of spruce. Probably... I know azalea probably isn't the best way to plant for oak log, but I don't... There was... I guess we could go to that... There, I found like a birch biome. I'll have to figure that out. So we can go to the birch biome, collect a couple of the birch logs just so that we can have that for some variation in our build. And hopefully, now that we have finally gotten a bed... again! Now that we have finally obtained a bed, we have our respawn point set, and we don't have to worry too much about dying, I suppose. But if I'm not wrong, it was in this direction. Also, if you haven't noticed, the leaves are falling. And if you guys don't know what that means, it means we have just recently had an update. I think it was, what is it? What is this, actually? Minecraft 121.5. So, I actually did not really look into any much of like what's new in the game or whatnot. I just know that like it's supposed to have added some variation. It added some cool effects like the leaves falling, and I think there was something that was added like a rideable ghast. I don't have any bones for you, buddy. This is where I had almost died via the Enderman. That makes more sense. I didn't know azalea trees could be like that. That's a... Okay, so that's spruce, and apparently the azalea took over the natural generation for it, so not gonna question that. I do want a sheep, though. I do want a sheep. Okay, quick detour, quick detour. Because that was the sheep that I got the wool from originally, and I do want to do more with wool, and there are honestly not that many sheep that I have found spawning in the area, so you know what? Why not? Let's do it. Let's bring the sheep back with us. We'll call them sheepers. That's a cool name. That's an original name. Actually, wait, no. That's not an original name. Where did I hear that name before? Oh, I remember the name now. Legend of Hobo, I think. When did I last watch that? Oh, see, you eat everything now, but you weren't eating it then. I might have to kill the dogs. We might have to go a long way around. Actually. I will kill you for the sheep. I am sorry, puppers. I am so sorry. I need the sheep, though. Okay, come down in the hole. Come on. Get in the hole. I'll come back for you after the dogs are all gone. This was not the intention here. This was not what I intended. Listen. We'll find him later. It'll be fine. It's a great... What is wrong with me? We've buried a sheep alive. I feel really bad, but there's dogs in the area, and I do not want to fight all of them just for one sheep, but I want to keep that sheep alive. That is not another sheep over there, is it? Off in the distance? Hold on, let me... No, it's a dark oak forest. Oh. Nice. Nice. I love the dark oak wood. It gives us variation. And our house is gonna look amazing by the time we're done with it. So what I was planning on doing is kind of doing like a cottage core-esque deal going on with the house. So it's gonna be like kind of, well, you'll see. I'm not gonna make it too big, but I'm gonna make it, well, if it's gonna be a house, it's gonna be a nice house. So I'll probably do a little fast forwarding or a skippity doodah or whatever you want to call it. Just so it's a little... Oh, it's gonna get dark again. Oh, I'm gonna get so screwed in the dark. Mr. Pig will protect me. Protect me, Cone. Next on the to-do list, some armor. Jesus! Fine. Fine. I'll see you all in the morning. Jeez. Back home we go. So, what do you guys think the worst mob in Minecraft is? My vote, baby zombies. Worst thing ever. They're fast, they're low to the ground, their hitbox is tiny, and they like to go for the ankles. Absolutely the worst. Okay. Let's go to sleep. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Steak. Store some more. Okay, well, we definitely need to empty this all out. Get all this kind of sorted so it's not as much of a mess. String, sweet berry, wheat, and let's keep the wheat on us just in case, and spare. Crafting bench, why not? Okay, I guess that's fine. How many, do we have any more sweet berries stored anywhere? Not really, okay. I swear I'll clean up everything at a later date. Ah! 2 for 2 this episode, Jesus Christ. So anyway, plan. Let's get us a variety of things so that we can build ourselves. Oh, that was not the plan. That was not the plan. That was not the plan at all. Where did you come from? Do I have anywhere to hide? Or is it just gonna screw me if I try to fight it like this? Okay. Okay, so... Okay, so no ender pearl that time, but that's okay. They still scare the absolute shizness out of me. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, but you've served your use. I want your lamb chops now. Ah, more of you guys. Give me that wool. Give me that meat. You have served your purpose. I appreciate your sacrifice. Screw it, let's go for the variation. We don't have a lot of food anyway, so why not go for the whole shebang? Right now, all we have to do is hit the hay and get ready for a bunch of building, because I have a good idea for how we want to do it. So first and foremost, I think what we want to do is definitely relocate the little pen right here, but to do that, we're going to need dirt because we are going to be wanting to use this little area over here and kind of redo this whole area. Oh, that's useful. I'll take some of that. Thank you. So that the animals can't run away. So we'll just fill this all in. Make this into more pleasing look. And just a hole in the ground. That's definitely gonna be a bit better. Yeah. Allergies are gonna get me. Perfect. Ah! Every time. Every time. But they have been so... They give and they take. They give us the needed food for survival, and then they screw us. Okay, well, first and foremost, I want to definitely start with the farm. I think that would probably be the smartest way to go about this, so that we can kind of have them all squared away off to the side. Don't have to worry about them too much afterwards. And to do that, we definitely need to make ourselves a nice little area that we can set it up. And this might be a little tedious, and why am I using that wood? We don't have a lot of that wood. It might be a bit tedious and boring, but I have a feeling that is going to be worth it in the end. And I don't have any cobble. Because the one thing I want to do is I want to play this in style. I want to rule this world in style. Play this world in style. And if that means I need to make myself a kickin' barn so that my animals can chillax, then I'm going to make myself a kick-ass barn. Also, Pinterest is a great place to kind of look at different styles to give you some more motivation. Or a better direction of where you want to go with this. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so it seems like we have an uninvited guest. Hopefully there's only one. I really don't want to have to deal with these guys. Her. Come on, bro. Square up. Ow! What is that? Voluntary exile. Kill a raid captain. Maybe consider staying away from villages for the time being. What does that mean? What did I do? See another one? What did I do? Ominous banner. Ominous... What does that mean? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, well, time to pull out reserves and actually make myself some armor. This is not how I wanted to spend my building time. Screw it, give me an iron sword. Come on. Give me the damn pork chops. Why are you guys even here? I didn't even want you guys here. Go back where you came from. What even was that? Where did they even come from? I don't want them here. Getting harassed in my own home. This is some BS. Where was I? What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was building. Yeah, okay. I didn't get anything from that. Just wasted my time. And we have finished the barn. So, I did actually take a little pause, went to sleep, woke up, did a little bit more work on everything, add a little bit more detailing off camera, and also, well, added a, like over here, I decided to just kind of add a little wheat farm because we definitely needed to expand that farm. Moved the animals into the little, barns that we got going on. Eh, listen, listen. I know this doesn't look too good. We need the leather, we need the food, and also just it's a lot of eggs. It's a lot of eggs. I gotta say. So did a little bit of detailing, made the barn look pretty good. I like that we have a nice little setup here for a horse once we get one. Got some storage. It's not really good if you have your headphones on. Actually, let me do myself a favor because I had the subtitles turned on because I was watching a couple of videos while I was playing, and kind of hard to tell if something's gonna attack me if I'm not paying too much attention. But so added onto the farm, we got a nice little wheat farm going on. I do intend to make kind of a automatic farm soon. And as you can see up here, I did do a bunch of clearing out, and I have a little path that actually goes to the birch forest in that direction, where I almost died via Le Enderman and 3-4 zombies. But I was thinking for the main house, we can build it up here. I already did a little bit of landscaping, pushed out some of the borders a little bit, made it look natural so that it's not all boxy or whatever. So I was thinking main house is up here, which could lead down into a tunnel down below into our, excuse me, also temporary farm, maybe for oak saplings and also for apples. Apples are going to be something we definitely want to get a hold of. But added on to the storage down here. So these are empty right now, but I finally managed to tame the monster that was raging in the chests. Also, I did a lot a lot of storing up supplies. A lot of storing up supplies. Because the house is probably going to take a lot, and I decided, you know what, let's just do it, get it going, and we won't have to worry about it too much later. Other than that, I think there might be a pillager tower somewhere near here. I'd actually have to go out and take a look and explore, but there's been 2 raids so far. One had a captain, one was just like a single one. Don't even know where it came from. But yeah, there was just like a single one that was just chilling out in the water, and maybe it was just one that I missed from the first one, but I haven't really explored more than what we've got around here, and I would like to actually make a map and expand that map so that we can kind of get an idea of everything that's around. But that is a problem for future me. I think right now would probably be a good idea to just kind of get an idea for how we want to do this, because I think what's going to happen is it's going to be, because I want a path that kind of goes down, but whether or not, yeah. So a path would go down, kind of connect to here, because this one leads all the way down into that area. And down here just kind of leads us down to the barn. Listen, we're gonna need a lot of books, so it's not always gonna be like this, but it's gonna be like this for a while. And I think this is gonna be, I guess this could be one of our first pets. This is just gonna be little sheepers. You get to free roam and be happy, and I just take your wool every little bit. Every so often. Oh yeah, I got a little banner. Ominous banner. Ominous banner. You know what? Let's hang that up right there, because I am proud of that. I killed it. I defeated it. I deserve that banner. Okay. So, let's pull out some supplies and see what we got to work with here. The funny thing is, the thing that I have the least of is actually oak log, which is a little bit ironic. When you're playing Minecraft, you're expecting like kind of the opposite, but that's why I had to start making my own little tree farm out here so that I could start trying to have a good supply, because the only oak trees that are growing are the ones that are growing in the dark woods that are over in that direction, which I would like to explore that in a little bit, but now, just gonna take some more wool from you. Fine, you guys can stay out for a little bit. But when the child grows up, you're both dinner. Probably, well, we're not mining just yet, but mining is also on the agenda to do, just because running low on definitely iron. Don't have much of it left, especially because I had to panic make armor for myself. So how do we want to make the house? I do want like a nice little front lawn, so let's start with here. Push it back a little bit, maybe to here. And that would be the main room. Not so main room would be right here. And next one would be a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to be a little bit smaller. Okay. That looks about right. Okay, so it's not going to be a big house, and I don't particularly want it to be a big house. I just want it to be something we can make for our own. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yep. So let's go through with a little montage of just this getting built, I guess. Or at least partway through. I don't think I'm going to complete it all in one sitting, but we'll see what we do. We'll see what we do. Okay guys, and we are back. We just made our house, so I was kind of going for the cottage aesthetic, and I did actually add on some spruce slabs to the path so that we don't have to like jump up all the time getting back up to the house, which I think is pretty useful. I might expand this path so that it's more of a 2x2 instead of a 1x1, depending on how annoyed I get with it, but honestly I think for the supplies that we had, I think it went pretty good. I wanted a little bit of variation, so I kind of was trying to do a little shelf thing here. Give the windows a little bit of character with breaking up the straight lines from the planks. Over here, if we added the dark wood slabs, it would have been too much dark and not enough light, so I think the spruce was a good idea. And, yeah, I think this is a good starting house. I think this is a good starter base. Also, a fireplace. Whether or not it actually will work, I have no idea. It might just catch everything on fire, so... Well, I do have the netherrack. I guess we'll just have to see when I light it up. It's empty on the inside. I haven't done much inside just yet. I got 2 little rooms planned out, and I do need to decide where I'm going to be putting a hole to dig downwards so that we can have like a basement. I'm thinking maybe having one that just goes down here. And we do have a little bit of a second layer. This is just going to be kind of like our storage room, and possibly I'm thinking about this could be our brewing room too. So one thing that I like to do is so even if it's pretty, it has to work. It has to have some functionality. And what I like about these the trapdoors is it gives you the ability to flip on down and plop into the chests that are above without having to climb up the ladder, which is useful. But it also just looks good in general. Pretty okay interior. I usually like to build with wood, but it always gives me a little bit of anxiety in case something catches on fire. But I don't really think there's much that we can do for that, at least. I did want to just decorate a little bit out front. Make it look a little bit nicer. Make it look more homey. And I did have some bushes, so you know what? Let's go with that. And we got some flowers, so... yeah, okay. And one last one. Stops right there. I don't really have a purpose for this last one. That's fine. And we do have some azalea. Can put them down as decoration. They'll probably end up growing quite big. That's fine. And we can put some berry bushes just for a little bit of protection. So I think we did a pretty good job on the house. I think it looks pretty good. I think using 3 different types of wood really broke it up quite a bit. The dark wood, we used just so we used dark wood for the top. We used spruce logs for the outline. We used oak wood for the main, and on the inside we did stripped spruce for the bottom flooring. We did half slab spruce for the second floor, and we did spruce trapdoors for the secondary type of flooring. And gives us a pretty good storage system up here, so I'm gonna be happy with that. Mind you, not completely done, of course. We still have things that we gotta do in here. I'd like to, instead of using torches, use lanterns, but to do that, we need to actually go mining, which I think that is going to be on our next episode, I guess, because we have done quite a bit here. We have our house new and fresh and ready to go. And we got our barn up and running, so our animals are tucked away, even though it's still horrendous conditions in here. Listen, there. I feel bad about this. I really do. But needs are musts, and I need the leather. The chickens are just a casualty of that. Good news. A lot of eggs. A lot of eggs. What am I gonna use for all these eggs? I have no idea, but we've got a lot of everything, so I think next time what we're going to be focusing on is mining, and I think we're gonna explore a little bit of redstone. Or maybe, well, I guess one thing that— ah! Bush! Every time! Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm already judging me. So, next time, I think we're going to focus on doing some mining. I think next thing that we're also going to focus on maybe some redstone or doing a little bit of exploration, but we definitely want to start gathering some resources and supplies and definitely get the rest of this area lit up. I like to be familiar with the surroundings, but I haven't really traveled much far from home, and I think I'm gonna have to be obtaining a map for that, which I think I do have the supplies. There was, while I was going down in the giant quarry that I made, that there was some redstone at the bottom of that. So I think this is where I say goodbye. So hope you guys had some fun. I had some fun myself, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. See ya! Bye!